Good morning, everyone. Is the screen is visible and am I audible? Just confirm quickly in a chat box. Okay, fine. So maybe you all of you have gone through the inspection which you will get in your separated channel link as the division wise, right? D1, D2, D3, D4. So according to that, you need to join. Just join in this format only. Plus whatever the instructions are given in that, you need to follow compulsory it, right? No one should allow to join the meeting, or we can say the lecture. After the 5 minutes, they are supposed to be marked as absent. Again, 50 minutes lectures are there, so they are going to be, we can say the divided into 30 and 20. So you have to be present in both the lecture, fine. And whatever question I am asking, you need to give an answer of that compulsory. You have to unmute. So from now onwards, make sure that your mic is working properly. You will be in, that means whenever you are sitting for the lecture, you have to be in such a way like there is no background noise is supposed to be there, right? Compulsory. So we have already seen in the revision lecture, that is what I think we have revised the first unit and second unit, right? In that one, we have covered the water pollution, fine, and also we have started air pollution. Okay, so in that air pollution, we have seen what what is pollutant, what is pollution, what are the sources of air pollution. Okay, first I need an answer. What is air pollution? Anyone? Air pollution. And you can raise your hand also, or I'll unmute randomly anyone, right? It can be in any way. So what is, we can say the, okay, fine. Yes, 96 number. Okay, yeah, you can speak now. 96.
Yes, ma'am. It is the presence of unwanted substances in the air.
Yeah, it is what the unwanted good. It is unwanted substances which are available in the air. So that is, you need to use what a technical term also, fine, that is good. Presence of dirt particles in air, areas, the pollution in atmosphere or air. So that is, I am asking what is air pollution, right? So you have to give the mixing of harmful components in air. Yes. So when you will be asked a definition, obviously you need to give an answer in a specific way, right? So that is the thing. So source of air pollution classification, I think we have seen, and we have started with that one, right? Source and effect of air pollutants, and in that one we have covered only 2, 3. So just quickly we'll go through this. The air pollution is defined as the what presence of unwanted and undesirable, we can say the particles, or we can say the gases, that is in what sufficient quantity and duration in the air, which may have the effect on what a human being, animal, plants, vegetable, we can say the vegetables, and important structure, that means property. So this is the definition of what air pollution. Now pollutants, that means what, because of what the air pollution is supposed to be there, so they are called what, a pollutant. That means obviously here it all the pollutants are normal in terms of what gases, CO2, CO, and the oxide of nitrogen, oxide of sulfide, right? And mainly what, the source of air pollution. So the source always can be defined or separated in two ways. According to the is generation of that one, natural and man-made, right? So natural, that means what, the pollen grains, volcanic eruption or volcanic activity, as we have defined in the previous lecture also. Forest fire, the salt is supposed to be spray by the ocean, dust storm, right? Marshy land, all are what, the example of natural source. And man-made, that means because of some activity that will be done by the human. So they are nothing but what, any power plant, any industry, thermal power plant, automobile, fuel burning, agriculture, mining. They are nothing but what, the example of what, a man-made sources, right? Forest fire, all are what, because of our activity. Then it will be also classified into three way according to what, point or stationary. That means from where it comes and how much area that is supposed to be covered, right? So according to that, it will be defined or classified in three ways: point or stationary, line or mobile, and area source. So point and stationary as same as the water pollution. That means what? It will be come from one single location. Okay, one fixed, we can say like a chimney. So that is what any industrial unit is having, a chimney. So whatever the gases are supposed to be released, so we know the point from where it will be, and it is stationary, right? It is fixed, we can say stationary. That means line or mobile. That means what? This is because of what? Any vehicle, right? When it is supposed to be, fuel is supposed to be burning, the gases are supposed to be generated, and it will cover a long distance. So that is called what? A line or mobile source. Area source, that means what? Any town or a city or a small area which will release some gases over a wide area. So that is called area sources. Now based on origin, so I think 3 to 4 mark it will be asked, what is the classification of air pollutant? So you can explain this all the three way, right? You can explain this when you can write it. Now classification is based on what? Origin, from where it we can say the originate, and based on state of matter. So primary and secondary. So primary means what? Anyone primary air pollutants, that is based on generation, based on origination of that one. So they are nothing but what? The oxide of sulfur, oxide of nitrogen, SO2, smoke, hydrocarbon, ash. So they are considered as a primary air pollutant. So can anyone give maybe that why it is called a primary? Why the name is called the primary air pollutant? And what is the difference between primary and secondary? I'm asking what is the difference between primary and secondary? Anyone? Anyone? Yes, they are found in atmosphere. Okay. That means what? Primary air pollutant, that means what? They are going to be the source of that, that is the direct one. Point source is there. And secondary air pollutant, that means what? Yeah, it is directly emitting from what? A source, right? That is what? Directly it will be emitting for the particular source. So that's why it is called what? Primary air pollutants. And secondary air pollutant, that means what? Whatever the primary air pollutants are supposed to be there, they are going to be combined with substances which are available in our atmosphere, and they are supposed to be generate what? Secondary air pollutants, right? SO3, HNO3, H2SO4. So they are nothing but what? Secondary pollutants are result from. Yes, they are the same like that. They are going to be what? Generated from primary pollutants, and it will done some processing which already substances are available in atmosphere. Based on state of matter, there are two types: the gaseous air pollutant and particulate air pollutants. Gaseous, that means what? They are in terms of gas, they are at some constant pressure level, right? We can say, so they will be considered as a what? Gaseous air pollutants. Whatever you can see in the primary, they are nothing but what? A gaseous. And particulate air pollutant, that means what? They are having some droplet kind of thing, right? A very small solid particle or droplet particle, they are called what? Particulate air pollutants, and they are dust, fog, ash. They will be considered in that way. So this is the classification of that already we have discussed. Sources and effect of air pollutants. So sources which are generated, right? Carbon dioxide, carbon monoxide. So we need to I think total there are 7 to 8 pollutants are there for air. Now you need to go through each one, and in each one you need to specify what is the source of particulate air pollutant and what is the effect of that one. Okay, the first one is what? Carbon monoxide. So carbon monoxide is what? Colorless, odorless, tasteless, right? It has no impact if it is at the lower concentration like 0.1 ppm, right? But it is having, if it's having the higher concentration, it seriously affects to the human metabolism. So carbon monoxide is a dangerous one as compared to the other pollutants. And the sources are what? The volcanic eruption. We have seen in the last lecture with example, natural gas emission, electrical discharge from the during the cloud forming, right? So these are nothing but what all are sources, right? Transportation. So it will contribute 64% of CO, and 70% of CO is from what? The burning, right? And other are industrial processing, blast furnace, that are or any paper, any manufacturing processes is there, it will releases 9.6% of CO in air. So compulsory you have to write this words. Okay, all this you need to specify when you are supposed to write a theory. So these are the sources. Effect is what? It reduces the oxygen. So CO and the oxide of nitrogen is having the same effect on human. They are going to be combined with the hemoglobin, which will be available in a blood, and they'll what? Reduce the oxygen carrying capacity, right? So because of that was the laziness, giddiness, and exhaustion is supposed to be felt by the human being. Fine. It reduces the vision, right? So we can say the CO is very dangerous as compared to the other CO2 and all for the human life. Fine. For human, the CO is a dangerous one. So only you can see the effect of this is only on human, right? CO. Next one is what? Carbon dioxide. So the carbon dioxide is now increased by what? 15% during the last century, right? Whatever the so CO2 and O2, the whatever the ratio or the balance should be there, it is not supposed to be there. Source is normally a burning. The jet plane is uses what? O2 and release CO2. Forestry, we can say the deforestation. So all are example of what? Sources of carbon dioxide. And the carbon dioxide is having a major effect on what? Earth, that is greenhouse effect. So they are supposed to be effect on the property, we can say, right? CO2 is less dangerous than CO, right? And it can cause what? A headache. So CO2 is source and effect. The next one is what? Oxide of nitrogen. So nitric oxide, nitrogen oxide, that means NO, NO2, NO3, NO3, N2O. There are so many variations are there, right? There are so many variations are there. We are going to consider only NO and NO2. So NO is what? A colorless, odorless. But NO2 is having some reddish brown color, and it is having smell like what? We are feeling the suffocating, right? How it will be generated? So fuel combustion in automobile industry, forest fire, bacterial decomposition of organic matter that we have seen in the previous one, right? So and that is nothing but what? The sources of oxide of nitrogen. Now same effect as we have seen the previously, that is what? It will combine with the hemoglobin, which will reduce the oxygen carrying capacity, right? So this is the thing. Now NO2 is more toxic than NO, and it may affect the lung and it causes the bronchitis. So what happened? And it will be also do some processing with the atmospheric moisture, and it will release what? Or it will generate the nitric acid. So because of that, the acid rain is supposed to be there, and it will what we can say the effect to the property, vegetables, plants, everything. So this is the effect of what? Oxide of nitrogen. It is for the human also, and it is for the property also, right? So separately also it will be asked sometimes, like what is the effect of each one on human? Explain. What are the air pollutants? What is the effect of each one on human? So you need to give only the points from that. You need to extract the points which are related to human only. Fine. The next one is what? The oxide of sulfur. So there are SO2, SO3, all are there. Now what happened? The 67 percentage of this due to volcanic activity, due to what? A volcanic activity, and remaining 33% of oxide of sulfurs are due to what? A transportation, fuel burning, industry, like what? Any industries there, like paper manufacturing, refineries, open burning of the refuse, and municipal incinerator, right? So this is what? This is the process, that is incinerator. That means whatever the solid is supposed to be there. Okay. In next lecture, we will start that how to generate and management the solid waste, e-waste and biomedical waste. So whenever the solid waste is there, normally we are going to burn it, right? Whatever the solid waste is there, they are supposed to be dumped in some area which is near to the city, or we can say the out of the city. But normally if you are going to burn it, then many toxic gases are supposed to be released. So instead of that, what the one process is defined, that is incinerator. So in that one, obviously the gases are supposed to be released, but they are having at very low pressure, and they are not going to directly emitted on in a atmosphere, right? So this is the process which is for the solid management is used. Because of that also, the we can say the SO2 or SO3 is supposed to be generated, right? But most thing is what, because of volcanic, we can say the volcanic eruption. So this is the generation of oxide sulfur. Now what are the effects on this one? So it causes what, diseases like asthma, bronchitis, eye irritation and throat troubles. Now if the long term exposure to the high level of sulfur, right, dioxide gas, so if you are going to in we can say the contact with this type of thing for a longer time, then heart disease kind of thing can be there. Okay. The oxide of sulfur, obviously they are the reason for acid rain, and they are going to affect to the property which are the building in terms of material, what, the marbles and limestone. Fine. Now what happened, SO2 is also react with the moisture, same like the previous one, oxide of nitrogen, and sulfuric acid that will be there in acid rain. It will also affect to the vegetables and metals. So you can see that when it will be asked for what, any plant or property, these two are important one, the oxide of nitrogen and oxide of sulfur. Fine. So this is the thing, oxide of sulfur may affect to the clothes, leather, paper and plants also. That means there will be a firm which are for the manufacturing of clothes and leather. Because of that sulfuric acid, the harm can be there also, right? So this is the effects of what, the oxide of sulfur. Fine. The next one is what, hydrocarbon, HC. That means what, the gaseous and volatile hydrocarbon are mainly responsible for the air pollutants. The hydrocarbon can contain what, methane, ethane, like that kind of thing. Now the sources are there, what, a coal field, we can say the natural gases, right? Incomplete combustion of from any vehicle, the refineries, forest fire, agriculture burning, the coal waste fire. So each are what, the sources of hydrocarbon. The burning and all things are what, a common one, right? Now what are the effects of that one? So the effects of hydrocarbon is what, some aromatic HC may cause a cancer. That means they are the we can say the cause for what, a cancer, hydrocarbon. Now what happened, we can say whatever the unburned HC is there, that will be combined with the oxide of nitrogen. You can see that unburned HC. If you go through book, there will be a one equation is given. Just I have written in a sentence when unburned HC is combined with what, the oxide of nitrogen in the presence of sunlight, and they are going to generate some photochemical oxidants like what, the ozone and PAN. What is the full form of PAN? Can anyone? And they are, we know that ozone and that is very harmful, right? Can anyone? What can be the full form for PAN? Yes, yeah. Peroxyacetyl nitrate. Yes. So they are supposed to be what, a photochemical oxidant, and they are supposed to be generated. Fine. So this is the effect and source of what, hydrocarbon. Now photochemical oxidant, as we have seen the previous one, same thing is applied here. That means with the we can say the equation, you can see that unburned HC is combined with the oxide of nitrogen and photochemical some substances like what, the ozone, aldehyde, ketones, they are going to be generated and they are very harmful, right? So the main thing is what the very harmful is nothing but what ozone one. Fine. So we can say the what is the source is that for that is automobile exhaust only. They are going to be source of what photochemical oxidant. Now the effect of this are what the because of this photochemical oxidant, irritation of eye, nose, throat, and headache that can be there for what a human, and the damage of chromosomes is also supposed to be there. Now they are supposed to be cause a serious effect on the vegetables. They are going to be leafy, right? So ozone and PAN cause what the damage of the plant. So when you are going to write down for the plant, this thing is compulsory, you need to write, right? So what happened, some cell are there on a plant, and some are we can say the responsible of the green color, right? Chlorophyll. So that is going to be less because of this, right? So what happened, the leaves are supposed to be color of the leaves are supposed to be changed to the yellow, and that is supposed to be not we can say for a longer time with the tree, right? So they are going to be fall. So we can say that premature fall and yellowing of leaves are due to this pollutant, right? So this is the effect on what a plant. Okay. So these are the sources and effect of this one. 6, right? Photochemical oxidant. Now the last one is what? 7, that is particulate air pollutants. So there are so many types of, you can see that secondary air pollutants, right? So they are, sorry, second is what? State of matter. Classification of pollutants, state of matter. In that one again what? A particulate air pollutant, that means they are nothing but what? A small solid particles, or you can say it is the liquid droplet. It is what? A liquid droplet. So they are going to be considered in what? The particular air pollutant. Now you can see that there are total 7 to 8 types of particulate air pollutants are there. So first we will see that 7 to 8, just 8 pollutant, and then we'll move to the source and effect of each one, right? So first is what? Aerosol. That means what? That is include in an airborne suspension of solid or liquid particles which is smaller than 1 mm. So it is nothing but some solid particle, or we can say the liquid vapors, which are very small in a size, that is 1 mm. Dust, that means what? We know that when any crushing in a constructive site, any grinding is there, any blasting is there, so very small particles are supposed to be generated. So they are called what? Dust, right? Smoke, that means what? Is consists of a fine solid particle that will be resulting from the incomplete combustion of organic particle like coal, wood, tobacco. So because of the, we can say the incomplete combustion of this thing, the whatever the thing solid, very small particles are generated, that is called what? A smoke. Next one is the fumes. They are nothing but what? Fine solid particles formed by the what? The condensation of vapors of solid materials. So the smoke is, you can see the size of both the one are same one, but the smoke will be resulted from what? The incomplete combustion of coal, wood, and this, while the fumes are generated from what? The condensation of vapors of solid materials. Okay. Fifth one is a mist. It consists of what? Liquid droplet. It is nothing but what? A liquid droplet by the condensation of vapor in the atmosphere. Okay. Or are released from what? The industrial operation. Fog is same as a mist, that is made up of liquid droplet only, but what? The concentration of those that is high as compared to the mist, right? So that is called what? It is called fog. When the concentration of water droplet is very high, at that time the mist will be known as what? The fog. Fine. Place, that means what? This consists of finely divided, not we can say the particles which are present in the gases, which are arises from what? A fuel combustion. Fine. Now soot, that means what? The incomplete combustion of carbon containing materials that will be released what? Carbon particles. So whenever any material which will be having carbon, they are going to be released, the carbon particles, they are called what? A soot, right? Now these are what? Types of particulate air pollutant: aerosol, dust, smoke, all. Now what is the source of each one? So source is what? The same common one: volcanic eruption, dust from the spray of salt from the ocean, smoke from vehicle, mining, burning, we can say the any construction site is there, then mixing of the thing and all that, what create a we can say the sources are for these things, right? And effect is what? On the health effect. So these particulates are what we can say if they are going to be entered deep into the lungs of the human, then they are very harmful at that time, and it can cause the problem like what? The irritation, asthma, you can say the bronchitis and other lung disease. So if that small particles are supposed to be goes into the lung, then the lung disease can also be arises. This is on what? A health effect, that means human. Now what? The particulate accelerate the what? The corrosion of metals, damage building and paints also. So they are going to damage the buildings and paints also because of ashes and fog and all the things, right? Now aerosol, you can see that they are nothing but what? The oxide of nitrogen and oxide of sulfur. So they are going to release from emission from what? Jet. So what happened in that? They are going to be replicate the ozone layer in the higher atmosphere. So we know that, or you are supposed to learn that what is ozone layer. Because of that, what problem can be arises mostly in a next unit, right? So that we are going to see that. Now dust is going to be coated onto the leaves. So we know that photosynthesis process is supposed to be reduced one. So if photosynthesis produce, we can say it is supposed to be reduced one, then growth of the plant cannot be there, and they are supposed to be died. That we have seen in the water pollution also, because some of the plants are inside the water also, right? So that is the thing. Now fly and ash will reduce what? pH balance. We have seen that pH balance should be maintained in a water. So that is also we can say, you can write this in a water also, right? Now what happens? These are the effects of what? The particulate air pollutant. Okay. Now carbon. Now the next thing is what? As I told you, it will be asked in separate also. So effect of air pollutants on human. See, it will be asked in which way? Effect of air pollutants on human. So we have seen that carbon monoxide and nitric oxide or oxide of nitrogen, they are going to be combined with what? Hemoglobin. So that point you need to write. Irritation of eye, noise, throat, nose, they are because of what? The oxygen, oxide of nitride and oxide of sulfur. So you need to combine here. Fine. So that can be, you can write because of O3 and PAN, PAN, that means what? A photochemical oxidant. So they are very, we can say the effect of that on both the material as well as human also, right? So that you need to write here. So whatever we have seen for the separate pollutant, just you need to extract which are the for the human, which are for the plants, and which are for the property. Fine. So you need to go in that way. Okay. All here it is what? Combined human. So do one thing, make a chart of this thing. One chart is given in a book like this. Okay. It is having a separate column. That means what? This is the pollutant. These are the sources and effect on human. Make another chart which will be for what? The source, which will be the we can say pollutant source and effect on what? A plant, right? So in that way you can go for. Okay. So this is the thing which are the for the human. Same way it will be for what? the effect on what? A plant. So as we have seen, whatever the leafy vegetables are there, because of photosynthesis process, the sunlight cannot be, we can say, reach to them particular, because of some particles or particulates are there on a leafy vegetables, right? The color of the leaves is supposed to be changed. Then falling of that is also supposed to be there. Now see the particulate like this dust, fog and all that. So because of that, it we can say affect the rate of what? The transpiration. So this are the we can say effect on what? Plant. The another thing is ask what the effect of air pollution on property and material. So as we have seen, the acid rain, because of what? Oxide of nitrogen and oxide of sulfur. Acid rain, main thing is. So that cause what? The it will make a harm to what? A building roof, railway track, metal which are used for the bridges, right? So this is the thing. Now the property which are made for what? Limestone and marble. So H2SO4 acid is also supposed to cause harm to them. Fine. So whatever the coating is there, whatever the paint is there, it is also supposed to be caused because of particulate, right? So this is nothing but what? It is the effect of air pollutants on what? Property or material. And climate. Next is what? Climate. So as we have seen, because of ozone, there is a greenhouse effect is there. Because of CO2 also greenhouse effect is there. So this you need to mainly CO2, okay, for greenhouse effect, not that ozone. So that you need to write down in what? A climate. The same paragraph is written for what? A greenhouse effect, that you will learn in a detail one. Ozone layer, that you can write down for the climate. So for climate, only two, CO2 and ozone, are responsible. Fine. So this is effect on what? And aesthetic beauty. Okay, aesthetic beauty is also supposed to be get violated because of this. Okay. Now parameters. So parameters, or you can say the factors. So whatever we have seen, they are just classified into four ways. First is meteorological, we can say the topographical characteristics of pollutants and mode of release. So you can see the mode of release, that is very easy. From single source or multiple source, from point source or area source, it may be intermediate, continuous or cyclic, right? Now pollutant. So what is the type and size of pollution? What should be the concentration, interaction among the pollutants? So in this way, they have just categorized this. What this is called characteristic. Mode of release, that means either from the single location, or it may be an area, it may be a mobile. Secondary parameter, that means solar radiation, humidity and visibility. Primary, that means wind direction, temperature, this all are this. So this is what, these are the factors which are affecting to the air pollution. Fine. So, and the questions are normally asked is what? As I told you, the effect main is what? Source and effect of air pollutant. So see, it will be in 7 marks. It may be asked what? List out the common air pollutants and discuss the effect. This one, discuss the source and effect of any three. So you need to give in detail one. Now it can be also asked, discuss the air pollution caused by oxide of nitrogen and sulfur. So you need to write only effect of what? The oxide of nitrogen and sulfur only. And that is mainly for what? The property and human, right? So you need to consider this. Now you can see that second question, sorry, the second question is what? Enlist the different air pollutants and we can say the effect on human beings. It can be asked in that way, effect on plants. You can see plants and animals. So that way also it can be asked. And give the classification of air pollutant. You can see that give the classification of what? Air pollutants. So you need to classify it. That will be in 4 marks, right? So in this way, the question can be asked in this one. Now 15 minutes is remaining, okay, for the lecture. So I'm just ending this session. rejoin it quickly. So we will move to the next topic, that is nothing but what? Noise pollution. Fine. Okay. Okay, fine. Is it audible and visible? Just will wait for a few seconds. The students are joining, right? Okay. Is it visible screen? We'll start with the noise pollution, right? We will start with what? Noise pollution. We have seen water pollution, air pollution, and now we'll start with the noise pollution. Can anyone tell me what is noise? Yes, what is noise? Anyone? You can write down into chat box also. Okay, unwanted sound. Yes, correct, 79 number. Okay, Dhruvi. It is unwanted sound. Yes. The noise, that means what? It is nothing but a sound, but the thing is what? We don't like it, right? It is unpleasant for us. Fine. So this is nothing but what? Yes, no, a noise is what? Unpleasant sound. Yes, yes, unwanted or unpleasant sound. So what we are going to discuss in this one, so that is what the noise pollution introduction. That means we'll see what is sound, what is noise, what is the difference between sound and noise, how to measure it, what is noise rating system, source of the noise pollution, effect of noise pollution, and how to control it, right? That is the main thing. So we will start with the first one, that is what? Just the introduction. So sound and noise, right? So sound, that means what? Can anyone define? Here I have written sound, that means what we hear. And what is noise? Noise is what? The unwanted, right? So what is the difference between sound and noise as per you? What is the difference between sound and noise? Can anyone? Difference between sound and noise? Yes. Yes, noise is depend upon, yes, you correct when it is depend upon the listener, right? And noise is very high frequency. Yeah, that all technical points I have written here, difference between sound and noise. That means sound will be measured in frequency, noise will be measured in decibel because it is at very high frequency, right? Sound is a pleasant when noise is unpleasant or unwanted. Now what the difference between sound and noise is also depend upon the circumstances or listener also. Can anyone give the example of that one? So you need to give one example. So it may be a sound for me and a noise for someone else. So can anyone give the example for that one? Because that can be in that way also, right? Sound and noise. For someone, it is unwanted. That means they don't like it. And for someone, it is liked. That means they love to hear it, right? So it depends upon the situation. Okay, in concert, right? Fine. In just a minute, in concert we enjoy the loud sound, but not when someone play in our neighbor, right? Yeah. So this is the thing, like we are hearing a song at very high volume. I like, but someone else, yes. So that is what, okay, that is the particular of music someone like, and yes. So mainly thing is what? The music, right? Suppose or say the any playing of any instrumentation like guitar or anything can be there. So what happened if I like personally the guitar, then that whatever the sound is supposed to be generated, that I like. But if someone is not like it, then there will be a noise for them. Someone is like, if you are playing a song at a very high volume, okay, but if I don't like, then that the same sound will become noise for me. So depend upon sound situation, and depend upon the listener who is having the, we can say the whatever the choice of his or her is there. So we can differentiate between sound and noise. Okay, it will be not in that much detail, but you can write this kind of thing. If it will be asked in 4 marks, so you can write this type of example, right? So here it's a technical difference I have write. This is pleasant, unpleasant. It is at a constant speed, and here there is a variation. Constantly it will be varying, right? It is at the regular periodic. That means what? It is in some rhythm. While noise normally not in a we can say the periodic motion, right? The sound is what it will produce some meaningful communication, right? Some meaning is there, while noise is what unpleasant, unwanted. So obviously it will not for the some meaningful communication. Now mainly the sound will be measured in what hertz. It is nothing but in terms of frequency, right? But the noise will be measured in terms of what decibel. Clear? So this is about what a sound and noise. Normally it will be asked in 3 marks. Okay, what is sound, what is noise? Write down the difference between those two, right? The next one is what? The unit of measurement. So normally it will be measure in what? Sound power and sound pressure. Now sound power is divided in that two: sound power and sound power level. And the another thing is what? Sound pressure and sound pressure level. Fine. So sound power, that means what? It is the wound energy that will be transferred per second from the source. It can be any source, right? And generally it will be measured in watt. Okay, watts. It will be measured in watts. Now sound power level, that means what? Whatever we have measured in watts, that will be converted into the decibel. So that is called what? Sound power level, LW. Okay, no need to go in that much detail, but maybe sometimes the definition can be asked. That's why. The next one is what? Sound pressure. So it is the amount of air pressure, that is fluctuation created by source of the sound. So it is in terms of what? Pressure. Sound pressure will be there because of what? The fluctuation which will be created by sound itself, and it is generally measured in what? Pascal. Now if that sound pressure is converted into decibel, same as the previous one, so Pascal will be converted into decibel. That is called what? Sound pressure level. So normally the noise will be measured in decimal. That is what? Either we can say the sound level, or that is sound power level, or we can say the sound pressure level. Fine. So this is the first one is what? In terms of energy, and the second one is in terms of what? Pressure. So noise pollution is a measure in terms of what? Sound power level and sound pressure level. Fine. And normally a healthy young person can hear the sound pressure as low as what? 0.402 Pascal. Fine. So this is what? Sound power level, sound pressure, and sound pressure level. Okay. The next thing is what? Noise rating system. So we know that whenever you want to suppose measure the noise, okay, whatever the frequency is supposed to be changed in the interval of a time. Obviously it is not supposed to be continuous normally, right? Whenever the noise is there. So and obviously at the different pressure. So how to measure that? So for that two statistical concept will be used, that is ln and L equal. You can see that ln and L equal. So they are what? Whatever the we can say the level is there of pressure at different time of interval. So that is with the ln and L equal. So what is ln? We'll see the parameter ln is what? A statistical measure indicating how frequently a particular sound level is exceeded. Suppose that I want to measure the pressure or measure the sound, we can say the level from morning 9 to the 12. So what happened? I'll divide it into either a half-hour session or an interval or a 1 hour. Then obviously the pressure is supposed to be different one. And also I need to find out that for how much time it will be exceed. Suppose I'll be measure for 3 hours, then what happened? For how much percentage of time it is supposed to be exceed, right? So that I need to measure. So here first you just go through the example. For example, the given 70 dB value of L60, that means Ln equal to what? A 70 dB, right? So what is the meaning of this thing? That the sound level will exceed 70 dB for the 60% of time. That means suppose I will be considering for 3 hours, then 60% of 3 hours the sound will be exceed, that is up to what? 70 dB, right? So that is the meaning of what? Ln. Now L equal means what? That is defined as a constant noise level which over a given time, that means whatever the time period is there, what is the constant noise level, how it will be expand the same amount of energy for how much period, that will be nothing but what? L equal. Fine. So this is the concept of what? Ln and L equal. It is the statistical parameters that will be used for what? To measure what is the, we can say, the excess of pressure is there during some span of period. Fine. So this is the noise rating system. It can be asked in 2 to 3 marks. What is noise rating system? The another concept is what? The ambient noise standard. So it can be asked in again 2 to 3 marks. What is ambient noise standard? That means what? Some firms are there. They are supposed to be categorize the area. You can see that here the 4 category of area is there. That is industrial area, commercial area, residential area, and silence zone. In each, they have given the limit also, right? Either a daytime limit or nighttime limit. Fine. So you can see that industrial area, the daytime limit of noise is 75. The we can say the nighttime is 70. Same like commercial area, residential area. So you can identify which is industrial area. Some industries are, some firms are supposed to be there, commercial area, residential area, silence zone. So silence zone, they have specified what? Whatever the, we can say, the area which is near to the some institute, some library, some hospital, some courts, right? So whatever some, we can say the 500 or 600 meter area, according to these things, right? Any institute or that. So that is considered as a what? Silence zone. So you can see that the whatever the limit is there, that is less than 50 and 40, right? So this is called what? The ambient noise standard. And the another thing is what? Acceptable noise level for the residential. That means what? The residential area is again divided into 2 parts. You can see that outdoor and indoor, outdoor and indoor. So outdoor, that means what? Any residential area, any urban area, rural area, city area, industrial area, they will be considered as an outdoor area, right? Or you can say the outdoor noise. Indoor noise, that means what? As you have told, like someone is playing music, the voice of the radio or TV, hospital, any auditorium is there, in any conference room is there, hotel, restaurant, okay, store. So they are what? Indoor noise level. So for each one also the range will be specifying. Like rural area, the range will be what? 25 to 35. If it will be a city area, the range will be what? 45 to 55, like that. So this is called what? This was asked one, what is acceptable noise level? Fine. So you can remember this thing. So what we have seen up to now, we have seen the air pollutants, total 7 sources and effects. We have started the noise pollution. In that one, we have seen difference between sound and noise rating system, how to measure noise, and what is the ambient standard and what is acceptable noise level. Now in next lecture, first 5 minutes, I will ask from this session. I will ask unmute to anyone. So just go through the thing. Okay. Just go through the PPT or sorry, the ebook, or you can go through the video lecture link, and just I'll ask some questions from that and you are supposed to answer that. Okay, done? Any doubt? Fine. Okay, so we are ending this session and just be prepared in the next lecture. Fine. Okay.